I'm late. I lost track of time and just realized that it was after 10 o'clock. I hope everybody's still here. Oops. Sorry, guys. Anyways, as we're waiting for people to get in here, just thought we would come in and talk a little about this and that and the other thing and that too. What do y'all think about those? Let's say some hellos. Good morning, Alpaca Maid. Hello, I'm a bitch. Selena, I hope you're still in here, guys. I truly am sorry. I normally come in early, guys. Y'all know that. I normally don't ever miss the time. That girl 77, good morning. Jody Landis. Hello, hun. Good to see you all in here. Hello, Miss ICU. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Now, if by chance, guys, we have problems in cutting out or whatever, there's storms supposedly coming through today. So, good morning, Wisconsin Mama. How are you today, hon? If you guys are all working or whatever and you can't answer when I ask a question, it's okay. I do understand. Wisconsin Mama's at work and she's just listening. So, I hope everybody is doing good this morning. Oh. So, I didn't do a video for summer for the 20-month mark. And I had planned on doing one, but I thought, why not go live and just talk with you guys? And I've got a few things, if I can remember everything I was wanting to say, guys, about that. And of course, my mind is drawing a blank right this minute. It's called old age, guys. Old age. I would say don't get old, but if you don't get old, that's a horrible thing in itself too. Thank you, Alpaca Maid. Anyways, guys, we're all concerned. One of the things I wanted to ask was because everybody, and I am too, and don't get me wrong, I'm not on Dawn and Candace's side about any of this. Okay, my main concern are children. Y'all know that. But everybody's throwing a fit, and they're worried that Dawn and Candace is going to get the boys back, or they could get the boys back, or they could get visitation, whatever. But my question is, what is anybody going to do if the state of Tennessee decides that they know best and they hand those boys back to Dawn and Candace? Like, how many people ever watched The Mask, the movie The Mask? It had, what's his name? I can't think of his name in it. Jim Carrey. Basically, in that movie, he makes a comment. He said, so what are you going to do? Bend over and take it up the derriere, basically. That's all we can do. There's nothing we can do if the state of Tennessee decides to give those kids back to Dawn and Candace. Unless somebody has some kind of a, secret plan that they've not told us, or they have some kind of secret connections to the higher ups, higher than CPS, that is. Just have to watch from a distance to make sure them boys stay on and safe, I guess. Right. I mean, that's true. And something else, not saying that that's what's going to happen, guys, but I'm just saying, when I watched Don B the other night, he was making a statement of that CPS is doing this and they're not going to allow the boys to go back and they're not letting them have contact and all this, because what happens if they let the boys go back and in a month or 6, the boys, one or more of the boys come up gone, missing, whatever. Lord, forgive me for even bringing this up, but this is the kind of place that my mind goes. You do have to worry about that. You do, because, and it's not that because my first thought was, well, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't make the boys get gone because they already know the whole world is watching them. No, but accidental house fires happen. You know, that kind of thing. Lord, forgive me for even thinking that. But this is the world that we live in now, guys. It's a horrible, horrible place. I was watching a video clip this morning where, you know, in the just February, there has been 3 or 4 train wrecks, derailments. There has been like 5 different warehouse fires. We're talking huge warehouse fires. One of them had over 100,000 chickens in it. I mean, what is this world coming to? Is there somebody out there that is really trying to just, you know, starve us out, kill us with chemicals? You know, what is going on? The other one of the other warehouse fires was a nursery, like for plants and stuff, you know. So I don't know if it was vegetable, you know, a vegetable nursery, like where they grow so you can plant your flower or your garden, like for spring and stuff. But it worries me, guys. I really am worried about this stuff. I don't know about y'all, but not a chance. And hello, they are getting the boys back. Well, I agree. I don't think they are either, but I'm just saying they shouldn't until we find out what happened with Summer. In actual, all reality, Summer's gone, right? Who's to say now them boys won't be a target, right? Yes, that's exactly what's happening. You think so, Jody? I mean, I'm starting to wonder. I really am. Now they said meat is going up again, right? Because, well, that's because all the cattle and stuff are dropping dead from some unknown reason. My mind has already gone there. Intuition is a great gift to have, right? I mean, I don't mean to ramble on, guys. I'm just talking. I just say things that come to my mind. Sometimes we have to have a release from our brain because we think so much. And it just goes round and round and round. And if we don't get it out, then we drive ourselves nuts. Dogs are better. They would have to complete all the requirements set forth by CPS, which includes rehabilitation for alcohol. I say Summer needs to be found before the boys go to them. I do too, 100%. I truly believe that they need to, and everybody keeps hollering, oh, the boys they've got to settle the case with the boys before they can move on with Summer's case. Well, that's a crock, because until you find out what happened to Summer, the boys can't. There's nothing they can't. If it's found out that Dawn and Candace are innocent of anything to do with what happened to Summer, then the boys should be give back to them 100% without any strings. If it's found out that Dawn and Candace were in this together and did something to their child, then the boys should never go back to them ever. So how can they say that they need to settle the boys' case before they can move on with Summer's case? That's bull crap. Because the boys, you have to determine what happens to the boys by finding out what happened with Summer. If I said that right, I don't know if I said that correctly. Made sense in my brain, guys. They would have to complete all the requirements set forth. Yeah, I read that one. If the boys told them things, wouldn't they have done something by now? Well, you would have thought, but look what they're in the West case. Look where we're sitting with that. I mean, those boys, it took 14 months before officials came out and told anybody what those children told. And those people, what they finally went to court yesterday was the first day in court. So I'm not sure about that, hun. Not at all. parenting classes, anger management, rehab, and both have to be able to prove they can provide for them by having jobs. Well, honey, that's not the proving that they have to have a job before they can get their kids back. That's not true. At least not in the state of Tennessee. You do not have to be holding down a job to be able to be a good parent in the state of Tennessee. And that's not me saying that. That's Tennessee state laws. I can look that up, or at least look up where a lawyer who deals in this kind of stuff every day says that. It cannot be a requirement of getting your children back is to have a job. They have to make all the visits and show an effort to keep in touch. Well, yeah, that's true, but they can't make an effort or go see them if CPS is not allowing them to see them. But yet again, something else I would really like to find out. When Dawn and them said they were going to stop going and seeing the boys because they got jumped on for talking to the boys about Summer, and then Candace was allowed to see the kids while Dawn was locked up. As soon as Dawn got out of jail, they were no longer allowed to have contact with the kids. I want to know what they have on Don Wells that makes it so that because obviously it's not like he went and seen the kids after he got out of jail, and then they set the rule down, no, you're not allowed to have any contact with them. As soon as he got out of jail, they stopped allowing Candace to see the boys and stopped Dawn from seeing them, or didn't allow Dawn to see them. So what is it that Dawn has done and Candace hasn't that would cause that? Pruitt needs to give some sort of update. Yes, in my opinion too, hon. I think all of them do. I think CPS is going to revoke their rights. Stopping them from taking or talking to the boys is definitely a step in the right direction. Okay, Robin, that might be true, hon. But just on the slim chance, and I am saying slim, but on the slim chance, say they take their rights. They terminate Dawn and Candace's rights to the boys. And 6 months to a year down the road, we find out that Dawn and Candace had nothing to do with Summer's disappearance. Then what? Their kids have already been took. They've already been adopted by another family. Then what? Is that right? I'm not saying that they're innocent, but I'm just saying, on the chance that they are innocent of everything, they didn't have anything to do with it, but their children, their other children, have already been adopted out. So that's my thing about, they have to figure out what happened to Summer before they can make a decision about the boys. Or in the opposite case, if they give the boys back to them and then 6 months down the road, they find out Dawn and Candace is the one that actually did something to Summer, but the boys are already back with them, who's to say what may happen to the boys in the meantime? It was a requirement in a case personally in Tennessee. I see you. I agree, hon. Unfortunately, there's very little truth in this case, so who knows? I agree 100%. She ran calling wildfire. You've got to be, who is that singer? Bobby Goldberg sings that song. I think it's Bobby Goldberg. Yeah, that's what Dawn said, was she called the boys drunk, or that they accused her of calling them drunk. But we don't know. More than likely, Dawn and Candace did get drunk, and Dawn's like, oh, you ought to call the boys so we can talk to them. And so Candace probably did, because she does everything that Dawn Wells tells her to do. putting the boys back on the property when they don't know what happened to Summer yet is a liability. Right, that's what I'm saying. So the people that keep hollering, oh, they've got to settle the boys' case before they can move forward with Summers, they're out of their mind. They have to be an imbecile to believe that. They're going to have to figure out what happened to Summer and who did what before they can settle on what happens to the boys. Nana, can I ask a question? I've been asking everyone, but no one wants to answer this question. It does have something to do with this case, but folks think it's relevant, but I honestly don't think so. Well, of course you can ask it, hon. This is just as much your channel as it is mine, sweetheart. You're more than welcome to ask any question you want to ask. Dawn needs to ask TBI to clear him and Candace if they are really innocent. Right? I agree. I'm aware of Tennessee case where mother has to prove she has a home and job to provide for her children. Well, I'm gonna dig up that interview. Actually, it wasn't an interview. It was like a deposition. It was a deposition done by the lawyer that I was speaking of and a CPS worker. And where the CPS worker here in the state of Tennessee says, no, it is not a requirement. Michael Martin Murphy. But yeah, but he's a nowadays singer, hun. We're talking about the original singer. Sorry. How long have Dawn and Candace known Andrew Hiltz, I think it is. Yes, I know they know them, but how long before Summer came up gone did they know each other? Okay, from my understanding, I mean, obviously they knew of Andrew because of Allie and that being Hunter's dad. As far as physically in person knowing them, all we can go on is what Jose and what Andrew says, which is in 2020, they came down here in September. He met Candace at the storage unit when Candace offered for all of them to go back up to her house. Andrew and the rest of the bunch said, no, thank you. Whereas Jose went with Allie and Candace. As far as we know, Andrew and the rest of them went back to New York. Jose stayed with them up on the hill. And as far as I know, Dawn and Andrew have never met. Because if you'll remember, Dawn was still in Utah at the time that Andrew Hiltz and that whole bunch came up here. Or came over here, down here, wherever direction it is. I don't know if that answers your question or not, hun, but... And to me, everybody hollers, oh, what's that got to do with Summer being gone? But the thing is, everything that has touched that property, the lives of the people that live on that property, and Summer's life has to do with it. So I don't think it's an irrelevant question at all. Are we sure that was in 2020? Yes. That was in 2020. Because remember, Dawn was gone to Utah in 2020. That's when Jose started staying with Candace and Allie. Allie went up there and stayed with him at Candace's house. And Dawn came back in October of 2020. That's when him and Jose got into the fight. That's when he got charged, the original charge of not public intoxication because he was on his own, breaking his parole because of the black powder gun and all that crap. And yeah, that was definitely in 2020, hun, because the following June is when Summer got gone. Hello, John Davis. How are you, sweetheart? Would you like to come up on panel? You're more than welcome to if you want. I'm just in here bitching and moaning and groaning and taking it up to Keister, I guess, because there's not anything we can really do or get done. I have Jose's bank statement to prove when he was there, right? You don't look for something if you know where it is. Okay, I'll drop it, sweetheart. There you go, John Davis. We haven't talked in a while, sweetheart. I'll be glad to have you up here. Whatever happened to Don and his sisters in Utah, I haven't really heard much of anything about that case anymore, guys. I do not believe that they are moving forward with it. I do not believe that they have any more, they don't have enough to file the charges that they're needing. When we adopted our youngest two children, their bio parents lost custody because they failed to keep their visitation appointments and didn't pay support for a period of 4 months or more. That's what I've been saying. If you do not see your child or try to be in contact with your child for, I couldn't remember if it was 3 or 4 months in the state of Tennessee, they can start the proceedings to terminate your rights. Good morning.
What's up?
Nothing much. What's up with you?
Working on a video.
Oh. Well, you've took a break, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been back for a minute. For like a week.
About a week. I've only seen a few videos that you put up, but they've been good ones, of course, like always.
Thank you. What are you talking about?
Just basically not saying that they would get the boys back, but if they were to get the boys back, everybody's bitching and complaining about it. Well, there's not a damn thing we can do about it if they get them back. And two, people keep saying that they have to settle the boys' case before they can move on with Summers, which that's ridiculous because you can't do anything with the boys until you find out what happened to Summer. Because if they had something to do with Summer, then you can't place the boys back with them. But if there's a slight chance that they are innocent, then you can't already adopt their other kids out and then they never have a prayer of getting them back if you find out eventually they didn't have anything to do with it. You understand?
Yeah.
So somebody saying that they have to settle the boys' case before they can move forward with Summers is bullcrap.
Yeah, those are separate things. You know?
Well, they've got to find out what happened to Summer before they can move forward with the boys.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. I think they could give the boys back before they find out what happened with Summer, as long as the parents ain't been charged with anything. I don't know that could affect it, right?
Right. Well, I know. I agree with that. Yes, I'm just saying that, they have to do something with Summer before they can take and just adopt those kids out, is what I'm saying. They can't just permanently remove those kids, adopt them out to somebody else, terminate all parental rights, and then maybe 6 months or a year down the road, possibly find out that Dawn and Candace had absolutely nothing to do with Summer's disappearance.
Well, the boys weren't taken because Summer's missing.
Right. They were taken because of his trip to Knoxville.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different reasons they could have been taken. But
that came straight out of Don Wells's mouth.
Yeah. Do you believe much that comes out of Don Wells' mouth? I don't.
Well, no, but could you imagine if a father who was going through what he was going through decides he's going to withdraw $2,000, go to Knoxville and start buying up a bunch of product and using it with everything that was going on? I could see them saying, hey, you don't need to have your kids in your house.
I don't think he done that. I think he's full of shit. I don't believe none of that happened.
Oh, well, no, he left out.
How many heads do you know that's going to give thousands of dollars in dope away? That would be a first I've ever heard of that. You know? Where you at, Nana? Oh, shit. Nana. Well, everybody, you back? Is that me or you? What the hell's going on? Can y'all hear me? Somebody tell me what's up. Is it just me? They actually went in a U-Haul, not Penske. Another person who was there slipped up. We see and hear you, John. Okay, good.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
There you are.
Yeah. The storms that are coming through here's the interfering with the signal, I guess.
Right. Hi, she ran calling wildfire. I can't see the chat and the camera at the same time for some reason.
Huh. Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you.
John, they can see and hear you, so.
Okay, good.
Anyways, let me get that out of your face.
I tell you, man, I'm thinking time's about up on, or I know the boys have been gone for a long time. It looks like to me it's getting close to where they could be terminated, ain't it?
Yeah, it's supposedly 18 to 22 months, and this month is 19 months. So another 2-3 months.
Get this. I just realized somebody I know was a former social worker in Tennessee, and I'm going to try to get him to come on my live and answer a bunch of questions like that. Don't you think that'd be helpful? Hello? Just me again. Okay.
I'm here.
There you are. Did you hear what I said?
No, what?
I just realized somebody I know is a former social worker from Tennessee, and I'm going to try to get him to come on my live to answer a bunch of questions about stuff like that.
That would be good. I thought I was going to have a lawyer, but she's going through some stuff of her own because the government of Tennessee is going after her personally. I mean, like, she's facing jail time because she's trying to help kids and parents alike. So, but I thought she was going to be coming on here to answer questions, but it's not happened so far.
Wow.
My stupid thing isn't working, John.
You know, that's why I kind of got upset when Dawn come out talking about $10,000 and all that. I know there's a big ass list of shit you got to do to get your kids back, and I would about guarantee he ain't done half of it.
Oh, I'm sure he hasn't. And not only that, I mean, I know a good lawyer does. A good lawyer is anywhere from 5,000 to 7,500 down. But why are you asking for 10,000?
Well, and to be honest, you know, if you're doing what you need to do to get your kids back, you really don't need a lawyer.
Right. If
You
you've
know?
done nothing wrong, yeah, if you're a good parent, you ain't done nothing wrong, and you do what they ask you to do, you should get them back.
Exactly. You know, I think contrary to popular belief, CPS does not want to take kids. They're already so overrun that they don't have places to put them. So I don't think they're taking them if there's not a reason.
Well, I'll tell you, my son is best friends with a woman. Now, she has since stepped away from that position, but she was head of the CPS in this district.
Uh-huh.
And she plainly said that the only way that they are taking kids now is if there is literal physical abuse, SA abuse, or there's literal drugs in the home.
Right. And I can believe that.
Other than that, they're not taking kids right now. So in that manner, and she has no reason to lie about it. But if you look at it like that, then you have to wonder what was really going on up there for them to take the boys.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't believe that story he's telling, because ain't nobody hooked on dope going and passing it out for the fun of it. The cops damn sure ain't going to watch him do it.
Right. Oh, he told me he didn't pass it out. He just went up there and bought it. That's what I'm saying. That part where he told everybody that, oh, they chased him all the way back to Rogersville and all that stuff. No, that stuff didn't happen. He says that he went up there. They were watching him, but he went up there and he got the stuff because he was going off the deep end because they were accusing him of, trading her for whatever.
Right. And that was so, and you know what got me is, I don't remember where I heard him telling that load of bullshit, but he says there's 6 chasing him and he outrun 5 of them, and that's where he ends the story. And I was always wanting to hear his version of what happened to the 6th one, because I know it was going to end in some kind of jumping cars, Jackie Chan fight or some shit, You there, Nana? Nana? Oh, you done left me again. Nana drops her buffers. Just hang tight. She'll be right back. Yeah, I hear you. Hi, I'm that bitch Mama Bear. I ain't seen you in a minute. Good to see you. I see you. Alpaca Maid. Pamela Tate. How's everybody? So marijuana is a drug. So anyone who got dope in the house gets the kids taken off the. Well, I mean, I think it's going to depend. It's kind of a case by case decision. I don't think it's anything written in stone. I kind of doubt if you got a dime bag in your house that they're going to take your kids, but who knows? I'm sure it's probably a lot to do with the discretion of the social worker. Can y'all hear me? Y'all still got me, right? I hope. I'm trying to talk and keep Nana's live going without running in the ground.
Well, John, I guess you're just my host of my show today.
There you are. Good. I'm trying to keep it running for you.
I appreciate it. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it a few more minutes and then I cut it short if it keeps going, but keeps disconnecting me. I was hoping I'd get to do this. I just didn't want to have to do a video today. What do you think about all those train crashes and stuff, John?
Is there more than one?
There's like 3 or 4 of them just in the month of February.
Really?
Yes, and warehouse fires all over the place.
I know Brandy's concerned with that one that leaked all that stuff, even though it's a whole, like, we're at the bottom of West Virginia, and that happened in Ohio, which is north of West Virginia. And she's afraid that she's already going to boil our drinking water and stuff.
Well, John, it's the same stuff. The chemicals that got released are the same chemicals they used.
Same chemicals they use for what? You gone again? I know for a fact Candace threw her first kids' food in dog poo and made them eat it. It sounds outlandish, but it's true. Well, those kids were taken for a reason. She never got them back. And y'all know she had that third kid, which was a daughter that she says she put up for adoption. But I'd be willing to bet that it was taken because of what happened with the first two kids. Y'all let me know if you can still hear me when Nana drops out, because I don't want to be talking to myself. All of the crashes and UFO stuff is sus. Yeah, it is. I tell you, the shooting the UFO down stuff's kind of wild, ain't it? Me and Brandy was talking about that this morning. I'm sorry, but it is true. Innocent until proven guilty. Oh yeah, everything's opinion and speculation at this point. CPS think that baby Candace was homeless. Yeah, that's what I think. So, also, she tries to make it out like it was adopted, but I'm thinking CPS took it for sure.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I believe she gave that baby up because it belonged to her ex-husband.
I think that baby got taken because of what happened to the two kids right before it.
Her ex-husband passed away. You know that, right?
When?
Richard?
Whose ex-husband?
Candace.
I thought her ex-husband was Andrew.
No, she was never married to him.
Oh.
But she did get married to a guy named Richard. And he passed away. And I think that child may have been his.
You don't think CPS took it because she had already had kids removed?
No, because I know of people who have children who've had their other kids removed and they don't take that one. I mean, it's a possibility. I'm wrong. It's a possibility, but you would think those kids were took in Wisconsin. She had this baby, I believe, in Arkansas.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I just didn't buy her putting a kid up for adoption because she just don't seem selfless enough to do it for the right reason, in my opinion.
Well, she may not have done it for the right reason. She may have just gave it up because she didn't want it.
Right.
I mean, anything goes in this case, obviously. I mean, nobody's ever going to know the truth of everything. When was she married? It was after her and Andrew split up and the kids got took, and she moved to Arkansas when she lived with her friend Cora out in Arkansas. Cora's the one that told me about Richard.
I was told it had drugs in its system. That'd be a reason to lose it.
Oh, yeah. If the baby was born with drugs in its system, oh, yeah, definitely. In the state of Tennessee, if the mother has drugs in her system when a baby's born, it can be took on the spot.
Well, if you're doing drugs while you're pregnant, there's a good chance you're probably not going to be a great parent, right?
I am so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, John.
It's okay. It ain't my life you're screwing up.
Well, hey, I'm not screwing up my life. I've got one of the best co-hosts on the planet taking care of my business when I drop off.
Oh, thank you. Hey, I was watching some of your podcasts the other day with you and what was that lady's name?
Dippy.
I always want to say Dipey because that's how you spell it.
Okay.
Should Dippy have two P's?
Oh, I don't know. She spells it Dippy. I mean, that's how she spells it. I don't know.
She spells it Dipey.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She spells it with one P, so I don't know.
Well, I tell you, me and her couldn't be on a live together for 2 minutes.
Why?
She just, me and her thought process differs a lot.
So did you like the podcast? Did you think it was good or?
It was good, but
Well,
we just vary in our thinking a lot.
well, hence the name Polar Ends. You know, the
Yeah,
opposite, complete opposites. So
yeah,
that was the whole purpose of it. Is because when it does come to that case and some others, we totally think differently, and I think that is, it's engaging for people to watch, people to have two totally different attitudes about something.
right. I can't remember what y'all was talking about, but I was like, God Almighty, I wish I could come up. But I didn't want to interrupt your back and forth. You know.
Yeah, it's again. I'm so sorry again, guys. If it happens again, then we'll just call it quits. Okay.
I didn't even know she was gone that last time.
Oh, well, good. Cora said, hang on a second. Cora said a lady thought Candace when Donnie went to jail. What? No, that was Kathy. That's who Candace stayed with Kathy while Dawn was in jail. Cora lives in Arkansas. She was friends with Candace back, like I said, after her first two kids were taken. Are you there, John?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm just reading chat.
Yeah, me too. Summer Wells went missing from rural Rogersville, Tennessee, June 15th, 2021, age 6, blonde hair, blue eyes. She was actually age 5 when she went missing. She's age 7 now. Blonde hair, blue eyes, 4 foot tall, 40 pounds. Last seen wearing gray pants, pink shirt, and possibly barefooted. Call 1-800-TBI find.
You know, I ain't gonna mention any names, but I was watching clips of somebody's live the other night, and they got
Yeah.
her age wrong and they got the address wrong, and I was like, damn. As long as we've been on this and you don't know how old she is or the address, you shouldn't even be on YouTube. I'm sorry.
Are they referring to the address as 1010?
I'm not saying anything. They just got the address wrong and they got the age wrong, and I was pissed.
Well, if it's the person I'm thinking of, that the first time it happened, it was a mistake, and then since then it has just become a thing. But I agree 100%. Somebody else was saying something about that. I agree. They should stop putting out the 1010 Ben Hill Road
Well,
address.
and people need to stop putting her picture up when they ain't talking about her.
Right. Exactly.
I'm sick of that shit too. You know?
Right.
And the person, somebody that don't like me a lot, and
Yeah.
and I tell you what, man, it's so hard to keep my mouth shut sometimes.
I know. Trust me. I've thought of, with another creator, we thought about creating a channel and making new profiles just so we can say what we think about these people.
See, I got my backup channel, and I
Yeah.
thought about changing the name of it, but I guess people still know it was me. But yeah, I need to do me like a channel where I can be anonymous and
Yeah.
get some shit off my chest.
That's what we were talking about.
Because people get mad at me when I talk, when I go off about stuff.
I know I see you that technically she's supposed to stay the same age, but for the rest of the world who has fell in love with her, she's never going to stay the same age. We're going to keep aging her up no matter what.
I've yet to see even one creator get everything correct, so there's that. Yeah, but you know, most people who care about Summer know her address and her age.
Wait a minute. I don't think I've gotten anything wrong.
No? Still batting 1,000, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, way to go.
Oh, wait a minute. I did. I'm guilty. I'm so sorry. On a video, and I got called on it so many times. I was thinking about Clyda Trent coming up there in December because she says she came in December, the 21st. And then I said June 21st instead of June 15th. Yes, I did. But that wasn't because I thought it was the 21st.
I'm sure you've got more wrong than that, Nana. Saying your name right. Did you notice that? Oh, you gone again. Son of a gun. It's a dog eat dog world. You
It
choose
was
nowadays. You got that right, sister.
just a mishap on my part.
Clicked yourself off.
Oh no, I was meaning the when I did mishap in that video, I put the 21st instead of the 15th. But it wasn't because I believed it. It was just I misspoke.
You got merch now?
Well, I had merch and I have actually had changed it recently to Color Me merch, where I take my designs and I put it on the merch. And I spent like 4 hours working on it yesterday, and the stupid Teespring screwed it up and didn't save it. So I've got to go back in there and try to do it again. Color Me merch is like adult coloring book pages that I've done, and I took and put it on my merch so that you can take permanent markers or a fabric paint and paint it to make it your own.
Oh, I don't know
I
how
know
merch works.
not a lot of guys are into adult coloring books, but a lot of women are.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I
As a matter
colored
of
the
fact,
trailer.
I've got a video that I'm putting out today that I'm where because I've got to turn the order in for my adult coloring book, and I was putting a video out so that people could pick 25 pages and put their order in for the adult coloring book. Out of 69 pictures, you can pick 25 of them, and I'll make you a coloring book.
When you say adult coloring book, my mind goes to a bad place.
I know, and I say that in that thing too. I was like, guys, I really don't like calling it adult coloring book. That just sounds so wrong.
Makes me think it's like you coloring in naked people
Yes,
doing shady stuff.
I agree.
Adult coloring book. That's great. John, you do a good job covering Summer's case. Thank you, Lisa Jetton.
John Davis does a good job no matter what he's covering.
I tell you, man, I don't cover much else anymore. I don't know. It's like my heart it's hard for me to get into anybody else, you know?
I know. Trust me, I know. I mean, I do try to put some out there, and it like if Arctic Fox shares a missing kid or something, I try to always share it on my community tab. But it's really hard. I guess the most case I'm into would be Oakley Carlson or the Murdaugh, Alex Murdaugh, where he did all the bad things he's done. But I don't ever report on that, and I don't know why.
Is he the one that's going to trial right now?
Yeah, his wife and son got unalived the 7th of June, and Summer went missing on the 15th.
Oh yeah.
So those two cases are like, but you have to remember there were people dropping like flies connected to him 2 or 3 years before his wife and son.
Yeah.
And he's responsible for them too, allegedly.
Right.
He really was, but
I seen a thing I think yesterday where it was talking about I think a lot of the evidence against the Orrin and Orson or Classic and Sincere, however you know them, a lot of
yeah,
the evidence against the parents and that is coming from the other kids in the home.
right. Yeah, that's what the affidavit said when they came out with it.
Makes you wonder if maybe that couldn't happen in Summer's case too.
Right. That's why everybody's like, well, the boys should have talked by now. The boys should have talked. Well, those boys in the West case did talk, but it took officials 14 months to come out with it. And they just went to court the first time yesterday. And that was, they came out with that in March of last year, the affidavit of where they got arrested.
John, wasn't you the one that was talking about a dog man, a creature roaming around the house? I did some, me and Cam did a conspiracy theory thing. That could have been me.
Hello, Miss Dippy.
There's Miss Dipey. Hello, Dipey.
Are you talking about the Chupacabra or whatever that is? I can't pronounce that right.
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra, yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm not sure. I was just responding to her.
Oh, were you talking about a human-like dog thing walking around your house?
Was I?
That's what it said, wasn't it?
Yeah. I just thought you were talking about when me and Cam did the live about conspiracy theory stuff. Yes. Hello? Oh, and it's back to the John show.
Guys, we're going to do this for another 9 minutes. That'll be an hour, and then I'm giving up with this stupid thing, having to keep clicking back in. John, do you see Dippy says, hello, John?
Yes, she give me a mean face after that.
Oh, she didn't. Oh, she did.
Yeah, with devil horns.
Because you called her Dippy.
Hey, I'm just reading it how it's wrote. Dippy, you should have another P. I'm sorry. How that crime with Dippy? Good to see you. Just reading chat. That's all I'm doing. So you think any of them was UFOs that got shot down, Nana?
What do I think of them?
Yeah, you think any of them was actual aliens?
Yeah, I'm a believer. I think the last 3 were aliens. Yes, I do.
Think so?
Yeah, and I saved a thing the other day where a pilot was coming in on, the big airplanes, and he says that he hit one of them.
Wow.
He was talking to the tower, and he says that they hit something at 8,000 feet. There was a guy in Texas doing a video or a live stream one, and he was talking to somebody that said that they saw the military shoot one down in Texas. But we're not hearing about those for some reason.
Right.
But yes, I'm a believer. I believe it is aliens.
It's brilliant marketing. Even if she spelt it wrong, you keep promoting her channel for free.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true. I'm trying to help her out. Everybody, if you haven't been there, go sub up to That Crime with Dipey.
Yes, you do need to, especially before Sunday, because our next podcast will be on her channel, That Crime with Dippy, at 1:00 Sunday, guys.
Nana, they're not going to know where to go if you don't say it like it's spelled.
That Crime with, well, most people have sense enough to look at a word and say Dippy, Dippy, Dopey. Okay, that's probably it.
There you go. Dipey. It was China, not balloons, but whatever they sent, they are smart. They launch anything. I believe it. Outer beams. LOL, but nope, not UFOs.
I'm a believer, Dippy. You know that. What about Bigfoot? Do you believe in Bigfoot, John?
I think if there is a Bigfoot, he comes from another dimension. That's the reason they never find their bodies.
I believe in Bigfoot or Sasquatch. Actually, Sasquatch was the first one. But I think it's the feral people that live in the mountains that they're seeing, because they never, they never cut their hair. They've got the long beards, whatever. They look like they can have hair all over them. They are the feral people that are running in the mountains, and that's what people see and report. And they could be 6 foot, 7 foot tall. I mean, we got people out here on the street walking around that's 6 foot, 7 foot tall now. So I think that's what the Bigfoot is.
So you think it's kind of like a missing link?
A missing link? What do you mean?
You mean they're like humans? Is that what you're saying?
They are humans. They're feral humans. A cat's a cat, even if it's feral. It's just one that's not been domesticated. It's not used to being around humans. It's not, being around a house with comforts. There are people who live like in East Tennessee in the mountains, who roam the mountains, and they live out in the wilderness, in the woods and stuff. They're not.
Yeah, I've seen the feral humans. I think that's who took Dennis Martin for sure, but I don't think that they're hairy as shit. You don't think that's two different things? Ah, damn it.
I'm back. I'm back. Can you hear me? In fact, they think that's who took Dennis Martin, was the feral people that live in the mountains.
That's what I just said, numbnuts.
Well, I didn't hear you. I dropped off, remember?
I don't think that's the same as Bigfoot, though. I think those are two different things.
Well, I'm just saying, when people see something, they think that it's Bigfoot, when actually what they're probably seeing are these wild people.
Right. Okay. I thought you were saying that they were the same thing, and I'm like, well, I think in the Northeast, I don't think that's feral humans. I think that's some kind of gorilla.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened to Dennis Martin, though. A feral person got him.
I do too.
Because I think that family, when they say they thought they seen a person carrying something on its back, I think it's exactly what they seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a age progression of Dennis Martin. I did a video about it. Did you see it, John?
About what?
A age progression picture of Dennis Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when he should be, 50, 60 years old now, and it shows what he should look like now.
That was in the late 60s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
God, so that'd been 50 plus years ago. Yeah, he'd be 60 years old now.
So it was a video I done probably by maybe 3 weeks ago or something like that. There was 3 cases here in East Tennessee that have never been solved. And they're all like, and I can't remember. One was a 12-year-old boy that went missing from Jefferson City, which is just right next door to me. And the other one, the girl, was from Knoxville. Oh, do you know I found a list on NamUs, right? National whatever for missing or not missing exploited, but missing people, right? In cases. Right. There's in East Tennessee, all the counties, maybe 2, 3, 4 cases per county, right? Till you get to Knoxville. And in Knoxville, there is 16 and a half pages of names with approximately 8 people per page that have never been found, never been solved, nothing. Just in Knoxville. And a lot of them went missing in August of 2020 or 2021.
Really?
Yes. That is interesting. I really want to look into that.
Well, Knoxville's right where that highway and interstate interconnect, right?
Yeah.
I would expect it to be a little higher there, but not that much.
I couldn't believe it because, like I said, I was going through making a video about it, and I was like, there's one person from Cott County where I'm at that they've never solved. 2 or 3 from Greenville, and I'm thinking, okay, well, that sounds about right. There's only 3 or 4 in Hawkins County. And what I found weird on that one is Summer is not on that.
Hi, Selena.
And then you've got Knoxville with 16 pages. And I'm like, Jesus.
Did you ever see the video I did about them 2 kids that they were staying with their grandparents? The house burnt down. They found the grandparents dead in there, and they've never found them kids.
Yes. I've seen that. I've seen yours, and I've seen other ones. Yes. I think that is really weird.
You know what's the weirdest part is TBI says they don't suspect foul play. They don't think the house fire has anything to do with the kids missing.
Well, I don't remember exactly what was said, but when the uncle showed up, it was one of the kids of the grandparents, right? So it would have been the kids' uncle. It was him or the aunt one. When they showed up that night, when they called them, there was something really weird that they said to the police officers or the news channel one. And I found that was really odd. Really odd.
Yeah.
And I can't remember for the life of me what it was. But it sounded, in my opinion, it sounded like maybe they did away with the kids and did the house fire to inherit the money and the property and all that.
I just think I don't get how TBI can say that they don't think that the disappearance and the fire are connected.
I don't know. Crazy.
That's the last place they were known to be. The house burns down and they're never seen again, but they're not connected. Explain that to me, how that works.
I can't, hon. It's ridiculous. Of course, TBI, they're the sharpest tools in the damn toolbox. You know that.
I tell you, I've lost a lot of faith in TBI.
I've lost a lot of faith in law enforcement, period.
Yeah.
All across the United States.
If you look at TBI, there is a lot of suspicious things they've done, decisions they've made. Still there? How about you, Nana? Oh, shit.
No, I'm back. I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what's causing it to do that. I'm been having a little bit of problem with my computer for the last couple of days, though. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't know. It's weird how it drops you off, and I seem to be fine.
Yeah. Is that Miss Brandy?
No, she ain't. She's downstairs. That was the TV. I had it paused.
Well, when you see her, tell her I said hello, and I miss talking to her.
Okay.
Coke County. Did you say you're from Coke County? No, I'm from Cott County, but yeah, you're right. I'm just messing with you. But yes, it's Cott County. Famous for all the cockfighting.
Cock County?
Yes.
No.
Let me tell you something. Cott County is the moonshine capital of the world. That's where NASCAR and moonshine comes from.
I don't like it. I think there's a bunch of dicks there. I'm just playing. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Imagine every time I had to go pick up my kids from the high school. In the front of the high school, it's got a big Cott County, 2 roosters up there. And every time I see that, the only thing I can think of is sort of like sword fighting, cockfighting. I'm like, oh, Jesus. I could never get away from that thought. I know it sounds crude.
I bet the mascot was hilarious, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
What was it?
A rooster, of course.
Oh, I thought it might have been something else.
No. If you will look up, and I think that's so wrong. If you'll look up the mascot, the logo, everything for South Carolina state team, the Fighting Cocks, that's exactly what we have here is the Fighting Cocks. It's what our football team is called.
Fighting Cocks.
Yep, the Fighting Cocks. That's what I said. All I could, every time I see that, the only thing it pictures in my mind is like sword fighting. You know what I mean? My mind always goes there, and I don't know why. That's crude, but it's true.
Well, I'm gonna have to quit talking about that, or I'm gonna get you video took down. Because my mind, I got dirty jokes just dying to come out.
Oh Lord.
Brandy says I'm immature. I don't know.
No, I think it's just you've got a humorous personality. It's okay. And John Davis, if you do not have to correct yourself, you have had permission from the get-go to call me Nana. You're the only person that does it. You're the only person that has permission.
Oh, Brandy gets on to me for it every time I do it. Her name, they say it Nana. I'm like, all right, I'll try. Jesus. And she's gone again. Damn, Nana, you need to get that internet looked at or something. That's crazy. I don't know. I think that's a computer thing. It's kicking you off like that. What y'all think? A tad bit, John, but we love that. Oh, I'm thinking that's my immaturity. Hey, no, he didn't. That's what I call you to, woman. Hey, no, he didn't. That's what I call you to, woman. I don't think she ever got out of that pickup. Annabelle Roma, I think there's a possibility you are correct. We have storms coming in. It's raining like hell here, and it's supposed to freeze, so that's a bad combination. Guys, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Nana might not be able to make it back this time. We'll give her a second. I don't want to sign off her own live. Why should she have another dog? She left Minnie on the hill to starve. Does she have another dog? I didn't know that. Well, I know she did turn over a few to the Humane Society, so I don't know why she'd want another dog. People like that kill me. They just get dogs and then they lose interest in them and don't want them no more. Yeah, people like that shouldn't happen. Becca, they went their dogs, they were strays. Oh, they worked their dogs, they were strays. Yeah, I know there was a lot of dogs there. They were saying people dropped their dogs off there, which I find that kind of odd, but no, they can multiply fast, I'll tell you that. Hey, sorry, having trouble. You want me to sign your show off, Nana? I do buy that people were abandoning pets there. Yeah, I could believe that, but you can't just keep letting them accumulate. You need to take some kind of action if that's the way things are going. Lucky was the only one they claimed. Those dogs were well fed. Bullhorn gypsies proved that by filming them. Yeah, I thought that was so ignorant. They're giving them dog treats, and they're like, "Look at these dogs, man! They're starving. They need deep food." I'm like, man, you take a bacon strip up to any dog, and it's going to eat the damn thing, right? Craziness. Nana, you think you gonna make it back? Nana, whatever. Nana said, if you want to keep going, you can, or you can end it. Is she coming back? I mean, I'll keep blabbering if she's coming back for a minute. I don't exactly know what the topic was. I think it was something to do with custody. I don't know, y'all. Just be leery of what you hear about custody and
Here.
back.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Nana, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it so I don't get locked out again, because I was locked out. It wouldn't let me back in at all.
Wow.
I don't know what the problem is.
Thanks for having me on. I'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you for covering for me, John. I greatly appreciate it, hon.
You're welcome. I'll see you.
All right, bye, babe.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a good day. Have a good weekend.
Okay, guys. Sorry about this. Sorry, I've been cutting in and out, but at least you had the company of John. I appreciate you all coming. If you can hear me, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to show up on Dippy's channel Sunday at 1 o'clock for the next episode of Polar Ends. Oh, and I do need to ask, Alpaca Made, I need to make you a mod on Dippy's channel, and I'm going to have Discovering be a mod on Dippy's channel too, okay? Is that all right with you, Alpaca Made? Do you care to do that for me? I'm waiting, darling. My channel is, or my computer one is just all messed up. I don't know what the problem is. I guess I'm going to have to try to get me another one somehow or another. Okay, thank you, Alpaca Mate. I appreciate it. So when you come in, Dippy can make you a mod, or if she knows how to do it without you being in chat, whichever. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Like I've said before, you go above and beyond, and I greatly appreciate it. Yes, we do. I'm going to have to work on trying to get one somehow, some way. If she comments on a video, I can that way. Okay, Alpaca Mate, if you don't care, you can go to her channel and just comment. And that way she can go ahead and make you a mod before Sunday. Thank you, darling. And we're making OG and who was it? Maisie? Dippy? Was it Maisie? We were making a mod on my channel. Anyways, guys, I'm going to check off and y'all go. I'm fixing to release that, make it public for my coloring book. Please go check that out. If y'all don't like it, that's okay. It's not going to hurt my feelings. But if you want to order a coloring book, I need to have the orders in by March 15th so I can get them all turned in and get them, back out to you guys before Easter or whatever. And I mean, if you do like them, that's great. If you don't, it's just, I started it doing it for my grandkids. So no big deal. I just thought I'd give everybody an opportunity to order one if they wanted to before I turn the order in that I have from other people. I love you guys. Make sure and hug your kids. Tell them how much you love them and appreciate them. Call your parents up. Go see your parents. Make sure that they feel loved and heard, guys. Sit down. Spend 5 minutes with your parents. Listen to what they have to say, even if you think it drives you crazy. It means the world to them just to have their children just talk to them. I promise you. I love you all, and I will see you guys later. Oh, Dawn, I'm sorry, hon. My computer is messing up, and it keeps throwing me off. So But you can watch the replay, darling. I'm sorry. I'll try to catch you. Make sure you're notified next time, okay? Bye, guys. I love yous.